here at the event. Okay, yeah. I see this right here, very well, but I'm missing Bree. Where's Bree? Let me give her a call real quick. Ring, ring.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
No, I'm doing well. Glad to see you. It's been a while.
Whew, it's been so long. 4 years ago we were in JAG. Can you believe that? It's been that long.
JAG works. No, it's the good old days. But hey, now we have the privilege of being able to be hosts.
I know, and thank you so much. Oh, I was so scared. I'm so nervous, but then I'm so excited at the same time. So I'm so glad that you're gonna go ahead and host it.
Good. But no, the good thing is we're here. Okay, now let's prep our script, and then we'll be back to be able to welcome everybody. Sounds good?
I'm excited.
Okay, all right, I'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm State Senator Kate Brophy-McGee from Legislative District 28, and I represent North Central Phoenix, Biltmore, Sunny Slope, Arcadia, and the entire town of Paradise Valley, and I'm here today with my good friend, Senate President Karen Fann.
Hello. Yes, I'm Senate President Karen Fann, and I'm here with my good friend, Senator Kate Brophy-McGee, and we're here to honor the JAG program. Kate?
Thank you. So I'm going to read a proclamation from the Arizona State Senate. Whereas Jobs for Arizona's Graduates, JAG, is celebrating 40 years of serving Arizona youth. And whereas JAG's mission is to help young people stay in school and acquire the academic, personal, leadership, and vocational skills they will need to be successful upon graduation. And whereas JAG has served more than 40,000 Arizona youth, helping them to graduate and transition into employment and post-secondary education. And whereas JAG programs give young people the advantage as they complete high school and prepare to enter the workforce. JAG programming, delivered in both school and community-based models, blends project-based learning, trauma-informed care practices, and employer engagement opportunities to help young people address and cope with challenges they face outside of school. They can learn core life and work readiness skills and build a network for future success. And whereas in the past 5 years, on average, 98% of JAG seniors have graduated from high school, and more than 95% of graduates have been successfully engaged in work and/or post-secondary education 1 year after high school. Therefore, be it resolved that the Arizona State Senate would like to recognize the accomplishments of JAG students, past and present, and the dedication of Jobs for Arizona's Graduates to provide their students with the skills and resources they need to succeed in school and work. Dated this 14th day of September, 2020, signed Karen Fann, President of the Arizona State Senate, and Kate Brophy-McGee, State Senator, Legislative District 28.
I'm Kevin Walsh, and on behalf of the Jobs for Arizona Graduates Board of Directors, it is an honor and a privilege to welcome all of you to our first ever virtual celebration of success kickoff event.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're glad you can join us. I'm Bri Gutierrez.
And I'm Martin Moreno, and thank you for joining us in this very special occasion.
We are so excited to have you guys here, and thank you so much for joining us. We're celebrating 40 years of JAG. What do you think about them, Lefty?
40 years. Well, imagine just within the 3 years I've been involved with JAG, that's just been an extraordinary experience in itself. Imagine what's more to come with JAG. But in this event today, we have a variety of speakers coming in, especially one of my good old friends, Kevin Walsh, who is Jobs for Arizona's Graduates Board of Directors. And we also have the Jobs for America's Graduates President himself, Ken Smith. Who else do we have, Bree?
That's right. And we're also going to hear from our very own Director of Programming, Trinetta Lipsy, our wonderful JAG alumni, and our beautiful President, Graciela Candia.
Yes, yes. And to give it a shout out to one of our specific alumni that we'll be hearing from today is Mayor Ana Tovar. Thank you so much.
We're together in this virtual space to kick off another exciting year. And although this is not the way we envision this celebration, we are very excited to share with you all the accomplishments made and recognize the dedication and the hard work of our JAG coordinators. So, despite the ongoing challenges brought on by the pandemic, JAG remains focused on ensuring that all of our students have the support they need to graduate and to pursue their employment and post-secondary education goals. JAG Class of 2020 will face the most significant employment challenges in decades. Not only will they be fighting for more limited job opportunities, they'll be dealing with the significant emotional and mental health issues resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic. JAG is essential. As the COVID-19 global pandemic worsens, it has become clear just how critical JAG is to the youth we serve. Many have no economic cushion and work in the service industries, which have been decimated. Many are in homes and places that are not positive environments. In short, JAG is a lifeline for our students, and they'll need our ongoing support during and long after the crisis. JAG students must have necessary emotional supports during this incredibly tough time, as well as the training in the critical JAG employment skills and competencies. These skills will help them graduate, prepare for a very competitive job market ahead, and build financial health long-term. Public and private partners that support our mission and allow us to do this important work. Today, we're particularly thankful to our schools and district leaders, to our local and national representatives, mayors and council members, and other community leaders with us today and every day in this work. I would like to thank the individuals and the organizations who invest in JAG's mission and help keep JAG programs in our communities. Please take a minute to join me in thanking our donors, funders, and supporters.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Muchas gracias. Those are really some great insights. Again, knowing that JAG is essential, it matters, especially for our youth, especially if they're going through this time of COVID. But thank you so much. Muchas gracias again. It's my pleasure to introduce Jobs for Arizona's Graduates' very own president, Graciela Garcia Candia. Yes.
My JAG journey begins a year after the program was launched. As a teacher and as a Career Center specialist at Tolleson High School, it was my goal to challenge my students to find their passion and their purpose for life. I didn't realize it at the time that I too would find mine. I stayed in the classroom as a JAG coordinator for many years, transitioning into a management role, but my heart remained in the classroom. This has led me to continue to focus every day on finding and ensuring that all of our students have all of the resources and support they need to be successful. As I continue my journey through the many years that I've been in JAG, I'm inspired by the many community partners that know and value the work that we do and invest their resources, their time, and their talent to our students and our staff. I'm inspired by the many coordinators who day in and day out, teach, coach, mentor, celebrate, and comfort our students. I'm inspired by our students who, despite all of their challenges, they take on every single opportunity and do amazing things in their communities, for themselves, and their families. Well, I could stay up here all day and share stories from the past 40 years. My team tells me I only have an hour, so instead, let's turn it over to some of our friends to share some of their stories with you. Thank you again for being with us this morning to kick off this tremendous year. I hope you enjoy the show.
My mother, Carolyn Warner, left a legacy in education that still impacts our students today. 40 years ago, as superintendent of public instruction, Carolyn saw the impact the JAG program had for the first Delaware students in the program and knew she wanted that for Arizona.
I appreciate the opportunity to say a few words about the role that Carolyn Warner played in establishing the Jobs for Arizona Graduates program in Arizona.
I was introduced to JAG in 1980, more than 40 years ago, by Carolyn Warner, who was then Superintendent of Public Instruction in Arizona. Carolyn was bringing a new program to Arizona, and she was looking for companies, for partners for the JAG program.
During her first term as superintendent, Carolyn learned about a school-to-work program in the state of Delaware called Jobs for America's Graduates.
One of my favorite most stories is how JAG came to Arizona. I was then the chief education advisor to the governor of Delaware, Pete DuPont. We had built the JAG model and tested it, and we were just literally about to start the second year of this test of the model. Governor DuPont calls me and says, some lady from Arizona who claims to be the state superintendent just called me up, and she wouldn't take no for an answer. She demanded to talk to me. So I took the call, and she said, I want what you have.
She knew that the quality of life for high school students depended on how successful they were in school-to-work transition.
She said, we need this urgently. These kids out here need this help. I've heard all about it. What can I do to persuade you to lend a hand? He goes, well, I'll ask Ken Smith, who helped put it together, to call you. So he calls me. Ken, this lady who claims to be, she really wants you to call her. I think you better call her now. She was pretty adamant, and I don't think you want to get on the wrong side of her. Okay, Governor, sure. So I called her up. She got right through to her. She said, Ken, this is great. I really want you to come help us. I've got the meetings all lined up. I said, great. I think I get out there in a couple of weeks. She said, no, I bought your plane tickets. You're on the 8 o'clock flight out of Philadelphia tomorrow morning. And you should be here by noon, and I'll pick you up, and we've got a whole set of meetings. I said, but. She said, great, see you then, and hung up. So 8 o'clock that morning, I was on the plane from Philadelphia to Phoenix. There we were, implementing the second state in the nation to demonstrate Jobs for America's Graduates. So effectively, the first time it became JAG, because it was more than Jobs for Delaware Graduates.
Carolyn did not give her credence to organizations lightly. And for Carolyn to have invested in JAG and brought JAG to Arizona, that was something that made a big difference to Motorola. So when Carolyn offered us the opportunity to get involved with JAG, and then hopefully to hire JAG students, we decided that it would be the perfect partnership for us.
And Carolyn joined and was a founding member of the National Board of Jobs for America's Graduates and served all the way through all of those years.
I've stayed involved with JAG for 40 years, primarily inspired by Carolyn Warner. It was a pleasure to work with her in all those years in JAG. But also, I believe, talk to any of the members of the national board and the local board. And our own experience tells us that the investment at both the personal and professional level is worth it, substantially worth it.
The rest is history. Now, in 40 years, I'm proud to report that this outstanding, effective program has and will continue to result in tremendous benefit towards helping more than 40,000 here in Arizona to, number one, stay in school through graduation, and number two, pursue post-secondary education toward helping to achieve their full potential.
Many years ago, where I was looking for that place, where I was looking for that opportunity to really help our young men and our young women. And I asked around, and a good friend of mine and colleague said, "You need to meet Mrs. Candia." And I didn't know who Mrs. Candia was at the time, but I was introduced to Grace and introduced to JAG, and the amazing energy that she brought into the room. It was astounding. It wasn't like anything I'd ever seen before. And listening to her describe with passion the work that these young men and young women were doing in the JAG program, and the huge success and the victories that they've had, and how proud she was of them. You could see it in her eyes. You could feel the love and the authenticity in her voice. And I knew from that very first meeting, I want to be a part of this organization.
The secret ingredient in JAG is heart. In the 40 years that I've been involved, I've watched that heart grow from thousands of students to tens of thousands of students.
I don't think it's any secret what the special ingredient is to the success of JAG. I think it's obvious to anyone that ever walks into a JAG classroom. It's the coordinators.
I walked into her classroom late, and instead of punishing me, she said, I want you to sit in the back of the classroom and think about your future. I look up and there's this poster of a nurse holding an older man's hand, and I was intrigued. I said, "Miss Mortensen, you got to tell me more. What is this poster?" She was like, "Okay, instead of you getting in trouble for being late, why don't you take the time after class to look up everything there is to know about nursing?" And that day, I sat in front of a computer and I looked up everything there is to know about nursing, and I was hooked. So it's hard to identify it, whether it was advice or a life lesson, but she did me the absolute biggest favor I could possibly ask for. You know, she didn't tell me what to do. She allowed me to figure out what I needed to do. And to this day, she's always in the back of my mind.
To walk into the JAG classroom and to have that coordinator, not just as someone who's viewed as a teacher, but as an advocate, as a supporter, as a friend, as a confidant, you're saving lives and you're making a difference in these students' futures that no one else can make in the same way that you do.
Oh, my JAG teacher. Oh my God, I still keep communication with her to this day. She is an incredible human being. The patience of this woman is beyond measure. She really poured her heart and soul into every student that walked through her door, regardless of their mindset or their behavior, or she really took the time to personalize their frame of mind to what they needed to accomplish. And she did a great job with me. I held on to every word she said. I took every piece of advice she offered me. And I'm so glad I did, because I honestly don't know where I would be if I didn't.
The coordinators are the magic, because they see in the students all that potential, all that worth, and they see it in those moments where sometimes the students don't see it in themselves.
In my personal life, there wasn't really much of a parental or an advisor person to help me guide through things, and JAG really provided that for me.
The thing that comes out most strongly is the family that JAG has created for those students. Many of them had not had perfect family lives. Many of them come from families with disadvantages. But the family that forms around JAG has no disadvantages. It's only advantage for those kids.
They became my family, and to this day we keep contact. I mean, I want them in my life for the rest of my life.
There's no other organization that I've been involved with that has touched my heart so much and become my family.
Congratulations on the 40th anniversary of Jobs for Arizona Graduates. I have the great honor to have been there at the beginning, so it's a really special moment for me to be able to at least join you virtually to thank all of you that have made Jobs for Arizona Graduates such a great success.
Happy 40th anniversary to JAG. Let's make it another 1,000 years. This is such a vital program. It's so important. It changes lives. It touches people, and it really inspires.
Thank you for making a difference in the lives of our students. We look forward to another 40 years of success.
And now for our special guest.
A Tulsa native, teacher, mother, Mayor Ana Tovar. She is someone that holds firm grasp on the issues demanding immediate attention, such as quality of education, infrastructure, affordable healthcare, and just overall building a strong economy.
Mayor Tovar was elected 2016 and as the first female to hold this prestigious office.
Hello. On behalf of the JAG National Board of Directors, it is my distinct pleasure to present this award for achievement of the National 5 of 5 National Performance Standards. This award represents the consistent hard work and dedication of the JAG coordinators, staff, and most of all, our students who graduate from high school and go on into the world ready to work. These achievements mean more each year as JAG continues to grow, serving more Arizona youth in more communities across the state. As an JAG alumni, I am also super proud to be part of this legacy and to celebrate our long history of success and look back at our past 40 years and look forward to many more years. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Tovar. We appreciate all you do for JAG and the community.
Now, I have the pleasure of introducing a very special video from our governor, Doug Ducey.
This is Governor Ducey saying hello to everyone at the Jobs for Arizona Graduates virtual kickoff. I want to congratulate JAG on 40 years of outstanding work in our state. And we're proud to recognize JAG Arizona for once again receiving the National 5 of 5 Award. Arizona students need the support that JAG provides now more than ever. So thank you for working hard every day to help our young people reach their full potential. To every JAG student, Arizona believes in you. Your success is our state's success, and we are with you all the way. Thank you and enjoy your celebration.
A big thank you to Governor Ducey for that special message.
And now, I would like to welcome JAG Director of Programs and Training, Ms. Trinetta Lipsey.
Good morning and welcome. For the past 40 years, Jobs for America's Graduates, JAG, has had the privilege to serve over 1.4 million youth who have experienced significant life challenges to both graduating from high school as well as achieving long-term success. Here in Arizona, we are celebrating 40 years as the second state to join the national JAG family. This year, the pandemic has compounded those challenges and increased the educational and economical gaps faced by our students and their families. These gaps aren't just lack of technology or access to the internet. The emotional challenges begin with the loss of personal connection, the separation from their support system, from that teacher, coach, or counselor who may be the only trusted adult in their lives. We at JAG not only invest our time, but we give our hearts. Our students' success brings us joy, and when they struggle, we work hard to support their emotional needs while helping to remove whatever barrier is blocking them from moving forward. As this year's event has transpired, our JAG students have continued to inspire. I am very proud to share that the Jobs for Arizona's Graduates class of 2020 had a 98% on-time graduation rate. Right now, there's an uncertainty looming over our graduates as they step into the next stage of their life. But I promise you this, we will continue to ensure they are empowered and well-equipped to navigate life after high school and ensure success in their future careers. Coordinators work with JAG students on a daily basis and wear many hats: teacher, counselor, social worker, and trusted adult. Each day, coordinators help students overcome barriers in their personal lives that may prevent them from graduating and reaching their full potential. Coordinators not only push their students forward to achieving their goals and dreams, when needed, they also pull them along. They are the safe harbor, the secure anchor every teenager and the young adult needs and wants. I am extremely proud of the accomplishments our students achieved this past school year in Arizona. I am very happy to report at the end of the follow-up period, the graduating class of 2019 met and exceeded JAG National Performance Standards with 98% of our seniors graduating, 73% of our graduates were employed, 54% of our graduates were attending post-secondary education. Overall, 95% of our graduates were engaged in school and work, which is a combination of post-secondary employment and military service. And 100% of our middle school students promoted to high school. Every year, Jobs for America's Graduates recognizes our high performers. This year, I'm pleased to announce the following individuals were recognized at our JAG National Conference. High Performer Awards. Holly Holgate, Peoria High School for outstanding use of trauma-informed practices. Wendy Paez Gonzalez, Coronado High School for outstanding achievement of college readiness with $1 million in scholarships for her students. Victoria Young, Gila Bend High School for successful follow-up and job placement in a rural community. Congratulations, family. Each year, we challenge the coordinators to ensure their students work to understand themselves, develop personal career goals, and build a pathway to their success. This summer, JAG National recognized coordinators that excelled and demonstrated the development of career pathways for their students. I am pleased to present the Outstanding Coordinator Awards to the following JAG coordinators. Holly Gorman, Paradise Valley High School. Tanya Moulton, Tempe High School. Shia Pillars, Sierra Linda High School. And Miss Paula Torres, Tolleson Union High School. Congratulations! Okay. This year, JAG National presented special awards to acknowledge those JAG coordinators and students who went above and beyond in supporting students and their community during the COVID-19 pandemic. I am pleased to recognize Holly Gorman, JAG Coordinator, Paradise Valley High School. Rachel Segovia, JAG Coordinator, P.H. Gonzalez Elementary School. Julian Torres, JAG Student, JAG Works, City of Tolleson. The success of JAG Arizona depends on the contributions made by each of our JAG programs. These JAG coordinators and their students continue to do outstanding work to help JAG achieve the National 5 of 5 standards. It's my pleasure to recognize the individual programs that met the 5 of 5 national standards this year. Susan Manning, Compadre Academy. Wendy Paez Gonzalez, Coronado High School. Victoria Young, Gila Bend High School. Sonia Cortina, JAG Works, City of Tolleson. Accepting on behalf of La Jolla Community High School, Daniel Amram. Holly Gorman, Paradise Valley High School. Summer Meza, Santa Cruz Valley Union High School. Shia Pillars, Sierra Linda High School. Steve Decker, Sunrise Mountain High School. Tanya Moulton, Tempe High School. Paula Torres, Tolleson Union High School. And accepting on behalf of Westview High School, Chris Collins. Thanks again and congratulations to all of our JAG family, and your programs were amazing this past year. Can't wait to see what's up next. Looking forward to another stellar year.